Hey guys, so this is video 4 in your Wake Up Your Spine series. Number 1 was you had to wake up your multifidi, so those muscles, deep stabilizers of the spine. Number 2, you learned segmental motion of the spine. Number 3, we started segmental motion in a global fashion, having the whole spine moving, so one vertebra at a time, but as a unit. And now we're going to actually move our spine in a global way. This is more like what we do in our everyday. You don't realize, but actually all your tissues need, your spine tissues, they need to rotate, they need to flex, they need to side bend. And so we're going to go through all those motions as a spinal unit, right? This is a controlled articular rotation from the functional range systems. And it's basically you're going to try and control and work through the motion. So instead of it being a quick motion, I want it to be super slow and controlled. I want it to be muscularly pulled through the motion. So your muscles are going to pull you forward. They're going to rotate you. They're going to side bend. So this is going to work your whole core. It's not just the spinal stabilizers, but they are all working. As soon as you start to move forward, they will try and stabilize, right? If you've got acute back pain, so this one may be not for you, so just go slowly. You can go within any pain-free range. So if your spine can move a little bit, you could do little circle. That is great, and the more motion, the better. But if not, then you can regress and try some of the other 3 exercises before this one, okay? So to do this one, I like to get a nice wide stance. So my feet are just wide. I'm going to cross my arms across my chest. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to create my tension, and I'm going to radiate. So I want you to think about tensing. If you were to create your fist and you tighten that through your arm and all the way up through your body so everything tightens, that is a radiation. And we want a level of irradiation through this entire motion. But I want it to not be 100%. I want it to be 20, 30%, somewhere in that range, maximum 40. So we're going to cross those arms. We take a breath in, trap the air in our lower abdomen. And what we're going to do is we're going to tense all that tissue. So we're going to preload. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by my core is going to pull me forward into this motion. So I'm going to contract and bend my spine. I'm going to go all the way down. I don't want your hips to move until I can't get any more flexion or forward bending on my spine. When I get to that end there, now instead of my abs pulling forward, my abs are going to rotate me. So the moves over to here. So I'm going to rotate. When you get to the end of your rotation, that muscles actively pull you into side bending. When you get to the end of that, they pull you back. Again, don't let the hips sway. Keep your bum tight. We're going to pull ourselves back into extension. Let the rest of the spine go over. Pulling to the other side. So the muscles on the left side now are pulling me over. And they're trying to rotate me back around. So now my muscles on my core in the front are pulling me back around to the front. That's 1 rep. I'm going to show you from the side now. I'm a little bit out of breath on purpose. I want you to see that I'm actually working hard. This is not easy. Pay attention, close your eyes. Try and feel yourself pulling you in, getting this motion at the spine. So if I'm going from the side, we're going to do another rep here. I'm going to take a breath in, radiate, bum is tight. We're not moving any of that. We're going to have our abs, everything pull and flex us down. So I'm going to curl, crunch. Good. When I get to the end of my motion, boom, I'm there. I'm feeling just a stretch, a nice tissue there. We're going to pull to the other side. Good. And we're going to side bend, so those muscles are going to pull. This is not coming from the top. This is the core pulling you into this motion. Now it's pulling me back. So my back muscles are pulling me back. Make sure the spine extends. Right side's pulling me now into rotating around to this side, curling around the front of my abs are pulling me back forward. and all the way up. So the motion is an axial global rotation where you flex forward, you rotate, you side bend, you come back and extend over to the other side where you're rotating around, side bend, and around to the front. So if you think of an axis out of you, it's trying to do that motion, create the biggest circle your spine can. This is not about my shoulders leaning into it. It's about my spine and my core pulling me in, around, laterally flex, extend, over, rotate to the other side, side bend, pull around and through. If your spine is not moving, do the first 3 videos and then try this one. But a great workout is actually doing all of them in one and getting that spine really warmed up, okay? We want the entire spine moving. Give it a try.